strike the band, cue the music. It's the Tigers in for 6.
Right there, just going to a power package. Nothing impressive about it. Just power football, letting the big boys up front work. 6 points.
There's been a dead silent crowd here, especially on the home side, as not a peep or there on the near sideline. But with 8:18 to go, RCC leads the number 8 team in the state 23-6, and the extra point is good. 24 to the rivals, 6 points here for LA Harbor, and bad has turned to worse here for the Seahawks. I'm sure they didn't expect to even contest this well, but Dan, I mean, Riverside out of the half, they have scored a touchdown over the last 3 games, and it's been very easy by that Riverside Ball Club.
Yeah, I mean, it's because they've got a new spark, a new leader in that offense, and that's Nicholas King. They're feeding off his energy. A type of guy who's going to give you all the plays you need, a type of guy who's going to make plays for you whenever. And it just seems like everybody just plays up to his level. He just makes everybody that much better.
Now, what I want to see here, and if I could coach the sideline, I would definitely want that. But how about we try and run away the score? I mean, instead of having a close-knit game like this, and again, we'll get you junior college action as soon as we can get that to you. But Riverside up 24-6, but let's make it 44-6 before we get out of here, Dan.
Yeah, I mean, that's the way it should be.
Why not? This is the only time for the rest of the year that you'll play a team that's this lowly ranked. The next 4 games for the Tigers, all of which are state ranked in the top 25 in California. LA Harbor nowhere near that. But as we get you caught from other scores from junior college, Mount Sac still leads, but only by 3. It's the same exact scores from Mount Sac, who is still in halftime against Citrus, and Long Beach, who trails by 4 into the half against Chaffey College.
Yeah, impressive scores right there. The most notable is the Long Beach one. I feel like that's the big turnaround one.
Even if Long Beach only squeaks out of that one, I think they still remain as the number 1 team in California because of the struggles of Riverside and also of Mount Sac in this football game here tonight. It's a wacky Week 7 here from Los Angeles, California. 24-6, an 18-point lead, but it doesn't feel like that against unranked LA Harbor. 8:18 to go. Tigers 24, LA Harbor 6. Handoff goes to Walker, and just like in the first half, another run for a very short gain. It'll be a 2-yard pickup.
Well, it shows how convinced they are of this game plan. They continue to run the ball, and it seems like they have to. I mean, with that quarterback controversy going around for LA Harbor, it seems like they've got to rely on Walker here tonight.
Walker's averaging only 4 yards per carry, but that's been the beneficiary. He's been the beneficiary of a relatively strong offensive line led by a man who's well on his way to the next level here for the LA Harbor Seahawks. Leaf Fuameono is a man who's well on his way to the Division I level. He's a top 50 overall offensive lineman in California. We have a loud PA announcer here as Darren Walker ran for first down, but that offensive line has paved the way for a very strong running game. LA Harbor has been one of the worst offenses statistically this year, but Darren Walker has been one of the league's best. Another run for a first down. He'll dot the I off a 3-wide set. Tyler Sestich operates from the line. Play action fake off a bootleg. Sestich fires and completes. Mike Andrews down the sideline and scurries his way to around the 42 of Riverside. Move the chains.
Right there, a play-action run to perfection right there. All players on RCC bid on that, and hey, first down, and we've got something going, something brewing up.
What concerns me is that,
Seahawks.
The Tigers have 0 sacks defensively in this game. Now down to 7:05 to go. Off of the I formation, Darren Walker dots the I. 3-wide set. Andrews pushed out to the right-hand side. 6 catches for him today. Handoff on a counter. There goes Foster across the 40, and Walker's out to around the 37-yard line, and that'll be enough to move the chains here, Dan. 2 straight first downs here on this drive.
the Seahawks looking emotionally different from what they did in the first half. Right now, a little bit more energy coming from them. Right there, I could tell from their body language, especially from the linemen, that they're feeling themselves right now.
LA Harbor averaging 131 yards per game, and they're sitting at around 85 so far, and they're looking for more. Darren Walker able to move the chains on back-to-back plays. First down and 10 from the 38-yard line, and a pitch play goes to Walker. Scurries out of one tackle, but not out of another. Impressive play made by A.J. Hodgkins, and that'll be a loss of 2, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, they elect to go to a pitch play, which is very different. We haven't seen a pitch play at all from the Seahawks, and right there it seems like it was perfectly read by the RCC defense.
Well, the freshman linebacker A.J. Hodgkins, a very talented football player, is quietly establishing himself as a huge difference maker here for the Tigers. How about 39 tackles this season? That leads the team as a freshman, and you have Hawaii commit Jonah Moy to go along with Nebraska bounce back Thomas Brown as well. The pass is intercepted by Thaddeus Legrone. That will end the drive. And Tyler Sestich continues the struggles for LA Harbor just as advertised. Another long drive that ends with a turnover.
It does, and as the Seahawk offense struggles, so do the quarterback struggles for the Seahawks. Right there, the blitz coming in, and he had to go to his hot read. Unfortunately, right into the hands of RCC.
That'll be the 11th interception of the season, first by Thaddeus Legrone, though. He's been the number 3 cornerback in a 4-3 set, barely sees the football field. Now into the game here for the Tigers is mainly backups, but Nicholas King is still in the lineup off of a double wing formation. Christopher Anderson out into the pistol set. Play action fake. King looking left. Has time. Flushed out of the pocket. Still looking. Trying to make signals at the line. Floats it to the sideline, but over the head of Isaac Whitney, 25 yards down the field. He would have had a big first down, but just a little bit too high.
Looks like they're playing on the schoolyard after that play. I mean, just totally improvised and poorly thrown, unfortunately. But, hey, how about Nicholas King's continuing to stay in the pocket until it is absolutely necessary to roll out and electing not to run tonight.
King has run the ball 11 times, but could have done it a lot more, Dan.
Oh, yeah.
As he has been an electric runner and thrower here tonight. Only one bad play. That was the interception. Hit as he throws, but finds his man Isaac Whitney just a little bit too late. Before he caught the football, it was jarred loose by J. Lar Abram. 3rd and 10 here, Dan, and Nick King starts the game 0 for 2, or starts the drive 0 for 2, excuse me.
Yeah, well, right there, that hit and still having the presence to get that ball out into Isaac Whitney, and Isaac Whitney himself taking a big hit, too, there.
Isaac Whitney, 5 catches today. He's pushed out to the left-hand side. Seahawks bring the blitz. Hit as he throws. Hoist it towards the sideline. It's incomplete. Going Isaac Whitney's way, but that pass never had a chance. 4th down after 3 incomplete passes there. Not a drive off a turnover that defense expected.
Yeah, very unexpected. I mean, here we have the Seahawks playing man-to-man and just bringing in 1 extra guy. So sending in 5 guys. And that's all it took was a 5-man front, a 5-man pressure package, and, hey, Nicholas King had to get rid of that one, and he throws it straight into the dirt.
I mean, is it Nicholas King just not having the stones to try and deliver one down the field? Is he a little cautious, or is that coverage just that good? I mean, I've seen some guys open, but maybe by a whisker. That defense has been pretty darn good, and Nicholas King has yet to take a deep shot down the field. Zamora, off of his 2nd punt today, hangs a beauty inside the 20, and there goes a reverse. That'll be Zanuda out to the 10, runs back to the 9, and he's able to sprint forward to around the 12. That'll be a run back for -5. We saw that one last week, and it was nearly a safety again.
I was going to say deja vu possibly, but not this time. And we'll see what the RCC defense could do. And the LA Harbor Seahawks will try to cut this deficit into more than half here.
24-6, the Tigers lead. 5:21 to go in the 3rd from Los Angeles. A score update out of Southern California. Chaffee leads by 7 over Long Beach City College. 37-30 the ball game there midway through the 3rd. Long Beach, the number 1 team in Southern California. They trail into the 3rd. It has been a back-and-forth affair out of Los Angeles has currently here off of Seahawks Stadium, 24-6. The Tigers lead. 5:21 to go in the third. Sestich still in the game. Shotgun snap to him. Pass rush coming. Floats the ball deep, going for Morris, and it's incomplete. Tipped away by Treshawn Broughton. That'll be pass deflection number 9 for him this season.
Wow, Treshawn Broughton is totally a lockdown corner officially after that one, making that play, jumping up high and getting into the way of that wide receiver, slapping the hands out of that one.
Nicholas Pope is in and Tyler Sestich is out, but Treshawn Broughton, cornerback for us, on his way to Oregon State. Is that a good university to play cornerback?
Boy, it is, and he's going to have some tough competition up there, and we'll see if he could hold his own against Pac-12 wide receivers.
I think Treshawn Broughton's about as good as it gets when it comes to JUCO corner. Swings it out near side, caught by another running back into the football game. That'll be a catch and run for about 9, and scurried out of bounds is Billy Ocean, and that'll be near a first.
Yeah, right there. The QB taking a hard hit, still manages to get it to the flats, and a decent pickup of 8.
Noye Clemens into the game out of West Adams Prep as the fullback. Darren Walker dots the I. He has around 80 yards rushing today due to the LA Harbor Seahawks. Riverside tight to the line. A nickel set. They're bringing the blitz, and that'll be an offsides against the Tigers.
That was a little uncalled
to say that
for.
Thomas Brown jumped the gun would be an understatement. He was there before that quarterback could even have a chance to snap it.
Yeah, jumping the gun was not the case there. It was jumping on the quarterback. He dives over the center and jumps on the quarterback. Not what we see every day, but good to see once in a while, right?
Yeah, if the guys looking to win at the next level want to see game tape, throw that one out the window as Thomas Brown just hurtled over a defender to try and tackle the quarterback, but he wasn't even close to the snap, trying to jump the gun. First down and 10 because they had the false start to start the drive. Now from the 26-yard line. Handoff the delay to Walker, and diving in there to make the play off of a gain of 2. Looked to be Jonah Moy, and indeed it is. Another impressive play by the Hawaii commit. And this defense littered by Division I commits.
Yeah, Jonah Moy right there just diving for that tackle from his defensive end spot as he comes in through the edge and just takes hold of that running back and brings him down. Probably a gain of 1.
Impressive play by a man who will see plenty at University of Hawaii after decommitting from BYU just a few weeks ago. Wilson with the pass rush, fires over the middle, and it's a leaping attempt, but incomplete.
Boy.
An admirable try by Mike Andrews, who's had a great game today, leads the team in catches here in tonight's ball game, but no sir on a third down as the hit was made by Trayvon Watson, incomplete.
Boy, that was a big hit right there, flipping that wide receiver end over end and landing on his back. Talk about a hit. That was it.
Third down. What a hit there, Dan. You're absolutely right. 3:54 to go, and it's just about it here for the LA Harbor Seahawks. They need to reach the 35-yard line to move the chains as Nicholas Pope returns, and he has potentially his biggest test of the third quarter. Shotgun snap, looking left. Floats the ball deep for Morris. Incomplete. Nearly took a whack at the end of that one.
Boy.
As Pope just had a little bit too much arm strength on that one, going 1-on-1 against Treshawn Broughton, incomplete.
Boy, a game in which RCC comes out flat. Riverside looking for the big hits tonight. They're going all out right there. Almost laying a big one that could have shook up the world right there.
Yeah. It
Luckily.
shook up Waters' world, that is for sure, as Riverside forces 4 straight, Dan, count them, 4 straight 3-and-outs. It's been a struggle offensively for LA Harbor, and that's being generous. Back deep to receive is Tramel Davis, standing at his own 28. A high snap. Jack Moore kicks it away. It's partially blocked, but still hangs deep in the air, and it bounces out of bounds to the 39-yard line of RCC. 3:39 to go here in the third, 24-6. Tigers on top.
Yeah, let's see if the progression of Nicholas King continues. This game, to me, it's definitely taken. I don't want to say lightly, but it's been used as a learning curve. A lot of different looks for Nicholas King. They're using him here more as a pocket passer tonight than a running quarterback. I think the game plan coming in was, hey, you've got to learn to stay in there instead of using your legs all the time. There's going to be times where we're going to need a huge 3rd and long.